So yesterday I made a video about Novak Djokovic's historic achievement of being the ATP's number one ranked tennis player for 311 weeks. By the way, the video should pop up right now, somewhere up in the cards. And I used this picture, of course, without Nick Kyrgios' head. And it got me thinking, like, how much did the haters help Novak achieve perpetual excellence, perpetual greatness, rewrite tennis's history books? Because okay, first of all, the haters, by haters I mean the 2019 Wimbledon crowd, or basically any Wimbledon crowd, and some of the other, let's say, US Open crowds sometimes, and of course Nick Kyrgios is the perfect example of a hater, because let's be perfectly honest, Nick Kyrgios and Novak Djokovic have an ongoing beef for the past couple of years, which should be settled on the tennis court. But Nick Kyrgios always decides to lose in the first and the second round, so they keep not meeting each other, right? It's almost like he loses on purpose just to keep his perfect record against Novak, because as you probably know, Nick Kyrgios has a 2-0 lead over Novak Djokovic, and not only 2-0, he didn't even lose a single set. So I would really, really love to see a high stakes rematch. Let's say quarterfinal of a Wimbledon tournament. 100% of the crowd for Nick Kyrgios, nobody for Novak. I would love to see it. I would love to see it, and Novak would absolutely destroy him. I am 100% sure. But let's go back to the topic, Novak Djokovic and his haters. How much did the haters help Novak? It's this match, Federer Djokovic 2019 Wimbledon final, was the perfect example for that. Because Novak wasn't playing good. Let's be perfectly honest. I'm a huge Novak fan, but he wasn't playing good in that match. If the coronavirus happens 2 years earlier and there is no crowd, I think Federer beats him. I honestly think Federer beats him. But Novak feeds off hate. He becomes Superman off hate because he sees 15,000 Nick Kyrgios in the crowd booing him, and he's like, fuck it, let's activate my Serbian mentality, and I'm just going to beat you. I am going to be better than you. I am going to shove your finger up in your ass where the sun don't shine, and I am going to walk away with this championship. So that's the classic Serbian mentality for Novak Djokovic. And if you need proof for it, I think a guy like Dominic Thiem and his rivalry and his success, because Dominic Thiem has had success against Novak, is a perfect proof for that. Because Dominic Thiem is a really nice guy. I think he's a nice guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy. He has nothing personal against Novak. He appreciates Novak. He's really humble in his interviews, and he does not piss Novak Djokovic off. So a classic Thiem Djokovic contest lately has been something like this. Thiem starts off good. He has a lead. Novak is kind of like, okay, I'm not going to lose. Let me come back, and he comes back. And then Thiem plays again, very good, and then Thiem has a lead. And then Novak comes back, and then Thiem leads, and then Novak comes back and forth, and Thiem ends up winning. Why? Because there is nothing extra in Novak that motivates him. There is no Nick Kyrgios to motivate him. And that's why I think guys like Dominic Thiem, who are really skilled, who are really nice, can have success against Novak. But when you look at his rival against Federer, it's almost like there's something personal. There is a crowd. There is like a rivalry. Who's the best tennis player? Who's the GOAT? So Novak, when he takes something personal, something like a Michael Jordan mentality. I keep saying Serbian mentality, but if you guys are not familiar with Serbian mentality, you can also say Michael Jordan. Just watch, or you probably already watched the Michael Jordan documentaries. Basically the same thing. I took it personal, and I'm going to beat you, and I'm going to embarrass you. So that's pretty much it when it comes to the beef between the crowd, Nick Kyrgios and Novak Djokovic. They really helped him. And another proof for that is let me just add this, the 2008-2010 Novak. Because if you remember, he was the kind of the third wheel, and the crowds really liked him because he was good. He was really good, and occasionally he did beat Roger, he did beat Rafa, but not on a consistent basis. He was losing, let's say, 3 out of 4 or at least 2 out of 3 matches against Roger and Rafa. So he was that cute little third guy. He was funny. He was imitating Maria Sharapova. He was imitating Rafael Nadal. He was funny. And then when he started winning, the crowd started hating on him. And if the crowd wouldn't hate on him, I don't think that he would really have the same amount of success. So that's why listen, that's why I want the crowds back, because it just fuels him. And listen, another proof is that he has the second highest amount in his career Grand Slams at Wimbledon. Wimbledon crowd absolutely despises him, and he has 5 Wimbledon championships. Probably would have 6 if the Wimbledon would be played last season. And grass isn't even supposed to be his second best second best court. Or yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I do not have anything else to say, and cut.